Hello, in this JavaScript video I am going to cover the map collection. The map collection is a data structure which essentially allows you to store values that are assigned to a unique key, and you would use those unique keys to be able to retrieve those values. To implement a map is pretty simple, to be fair. Use the keyword var as always, and let's just call it mp for map equals new map, open close brackets, press semicolon, and now to set a value you just do map.set, and let's say if I put, so this, the first part is the key, second part is the value separated by a comma. So the value key, let's just say key 1, and I'll say hello world. And to actually get the value you do map.get. So if I do console.log, let's just console log the map out first, see what we get. Map is, oh yeah, it's mp. Now if we reload it, so as you can see we have our value there. Now, and I'm actually going to keep that so we can see the overall structure of it. But if you want to get an individual value, let's do .get, and now the key itself. So for the key 1, it prints out hello world. Also, then you can set another value. And if I do something like just 1, for example, so the number 1 in the string, I'll say number 1. Watch what happens if we do this. It says undefined. Am I thinking, isn't that at the key 1? No, it's at the string 1. So that's something to bear in mind. You can actually have a key that is just a number, not a string, so you could do that. So if I were to change this back, we change this to, I should say, to 1, that works fine. But if I want to access it when the key is a string, you need to do this. So that's just something to bear in mind. They are technically 2 individual keys, and therefore you can store 2 different values at the string 1 and at the number 1. So that's just something to bear in mind. Another thing that you can do is basically check if it has a certain, if it has a certain, key. Do that by doing mp.has, and you specify the key. So let's say if I say 1, we get false. But if I say, the string 1, because there is something there, we get true. So that allows us to check if we actually have a particular key, and obviously the value as well. Now, another thing I want to show you is if I create another mp, so I'll say mp2 equals new map. But what we're going to do is now put curly braces, and this will allow us to create a map with some initial key and value pairs, in case you already know them. If you do know some of them, you can just put square brackets and then the key. So I'm just going to say K1, and you can just do single quotation marks as well. I prefer double quotation marks. Sometimes change this. I'm going to call this value 1. Then you put a comma, and then if you want to put another value, you just put these square brackets and then put another key. And now let's just have a go at this. There we go. And if we were to, I'm actually just going to console log it all out. So console log at mp2, so you can see the structure. As you can see, very similar structure to this. It has obviously different keys and different values, but you can access them the same way as you did here with get as well. There's a bunch of other methods that are available for manipulating maps, from getting the values to getting and deleting keys, clearing out all the values. You can do all of that stuff. What I'll actually do is provide a link so you can see all of the extra functionality that you can utilize with maps. One last thing I want to show you is how to actually loop over your entire map using a for loop. And that is really useful because at the moment we've got 3 value pair, key value pairs here. We got 2 here. That's not too bad just to do ... get like this. Imagine if you have 100 or 1,000 and you don't actually know the keys necessarily, then some sort of for loop is useful. So let me demonstrate it with this. What you want to do is say for. So we're going to say for, and we're going to create a variable. So for, let's use let. That's better practice. Let I, or let how should I structure? I will just call this I. That's fine. Of, and then we say mp2.entries. So this gets all the entries. That includes the key and the value. And what we're going to do now is print these out. So we're going to do console.log, and I will console log out using the backtick. And so this is a template literal. If you haven't checked that video out, I recommend taking a look at it. And now we're going to put I square bracket 0, and if you put a colon just to separate, you'll put a dash, that's fine, doesn't really matter. And then dollar curly braces I square bracket 0, or 1 I should say. So 0 is where the key is, 1 is where the value is. So if I save that, run it, see what we get. So we get K1, value 1, K2, value 2, K3, and value 3. So that's how you loop over a map, which is very useful if you have a lot of value and key pairs. So that's it. Like I said, I'll provide a link. If you have any more questions, feel free to pop me a message, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.